New age marketing and developing a web-based strategy for success is a real challenge and a real opportunity. Hi, this is Art Johnson of New World Communications. We're communications and learning architects, and we were especially impressed and interested in this article that kind of really addresses many of the things that we have learned working with supporting small businesses as a small business ourselves, helping businesses develop in a 21st century world. Here are 4 steps that Steve recommends that you take in this world, and kind of recognizing that the conventional website that you did several years ago or thinking about doing, just text and graphic, no longer is enough, is no longer is sufficient. That you have to have new ways, number one, to provide information of value, share information of value to build a relationship with your client or prospective client, so that essentially they feel comfortable with you, they feel that you're knowledgeable, they kind of know you and are trusting you to purchase or partake of your product or service offering. Number 2, you also need to get found, because the internet is so cluttered and it's so hard to be found in search engines these days. And regardless of, despite what you've heard with 1,000 people calling you from offshore, and here we can, get you found by doing search engine optimization and doing your passwords and backlinks and all these e-zines and stuff that's just basically garbage content. It's not your content. Doesn't work. It does not work. Which gets us to our third point, is to realize that content is king. That's the next step. You gotta produce content that is of interest, that speaks to your prospective audience's needs. And the way you do that is by doing a blog that's focused on what people want, and also by doing YouTube video, online video. And so there's that. And then the fourth one is to tap into social media. Now that's kind of a buzzword, but I think what they mean is to tap into Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and possibly Pinterest and some other platforms, so that you can begin to build your audience and connect with people through these new mediums, because it's a social world and people weigh in what they like and what they don't like. So that's a great thing. Those 4 steps are really neat, but I'm kind of scratching my head, which I'm sure other people do, say, yeah, sure enough. How am I going, if I'm running a business, how am I going to manage all this stuff? And so there's the fourth one, which is really the opportunity for us. So, I come from a television background, and I understand the power of television already. And with those skills, and because I've seen how this technology has changed, and I do understand what a powerful opportunity YouTube video is, I decided to focus on using YouTube video to grow my business. And wow, is that working, because it solves so many things. Number one, if I've committed and I'm producing consistently good programming on YouTube, I'm building my audience and I'm building my brand, I'm building a relationship, and that gets me to the next step. I'm actually getting found. YouTube is owned by Google, and the search engines love my video, and I'm getting top page ranking on the search term using YouTube video to grow business. So I invite you to go ahead and try it yourself in your browser, and you'll see that I'm coming up on top page ranking on not only Google, but 3 platforms, on Google, on Bing, and on Yahoo, by that search phrase, using YouTube video to grow business. And we finally get to the last one, which is the fourth one. Content is king. And the fourth one is tapping into social media. Well, we're not just tapping in, but we're actually doing this in a very elegant and sane way. Instead of burning out on the hamster wheel and thinking everything's important, we've specialized in using YouTube video, and that has made our approach so sane and so elegantly simple. All that we need to do is, after we have it done using the YouTube architecture, we can hit one button and boom, it's posted to Facebook. Another button, boom, it's pasted to LinkedIn. Boom, another one to Twitter. Boom, another one to Pinterest, and a number of other platforms that Google has already made it so easy when you're sharing your content, so it manages our cross-platform marketing elegantly without burning out. And it gives us a lot of time to spend to our business and work in other ways on the next program. And this is doing so much for us, and we want to share this. Our heart is in this. You know, it took us 2 years to kind of figure it out, scratching our heads, but now we're going to help you fast track this by our workshop called Using YouTube Video to Grow Business, the workshop. And this is a 6-module, 6-hour workshop that we're doing right here in Bothell, right in our business center, to essentially allow you to fast track on doing this. The module is giving on the opportunity. The second part is on the technology that's so accessible and so usable, and we give you approaches to do sustainable programming with it. We then talk about do the hands-on and give you a crash course in using this really ultra-compact gear and to produce quality content with good audio and composition. And then we send you to additional content that we have researched and organized in a how-to playlist that you can look and get additional tips. It's really good. Then we take you through the pre-program planning. So you can save so much time if you start designing the content kind of in the cloud first, and then you can ripple that content through your programs. You can even, it can inform webinars, it can inform, you know, e-meetings and things like that using your content by planning it ahead of time, and we'll give you some strategies to do that. Train with your content and really help people with your content. So that's the pre-program planning. Then we talk about how to optimize both your programming, your titles, and your description, your meta description, so that the search engine that called Content ID, you know, indexes you the right way so you get found, and also your tags. So it's a real art to doing that, and that's really working for us because we're getting found, and we can show you how to get found yourself. Pretty cool. And then the last is how to do several things at once using these building community, building your audience, serving community well, you know, with your program content, building your brand, and growing your business. People start calling me and say, Johnson, I know you know how to do this. Can you make a video for me? Can you consult with me? I think I want to do this. And we have 3 different ways now that you can do it. We can teach you how to do it. You can do it yourself. Or if you say, no, we want you to do it, we'll do it for you. Or better yet, we can do it with you using this new way. And we're teaching online and teaching in our workshop. We're taking our workshop. We're going to hybridize. All kinds of things that we're really doing. So I encourage you to really look and focus on using YouTube video to grow your business as a way of making this really doable. And I wouldn't say it if I'm not feeling that way myself. I have a limited amount of time. I have a very limited micro budget. So, you know, you listen to me, there's nobody that can do it more affordable than I can because I've had to do it for myself. So anyway, using YouTube video to grow business at the end of this month. It's right over here in our boardroom, our business center, clubhouse. We're also going to have food. So we'll go through each one of those modules, all 6, each hour. We'll actually have a workbook with some homework that you'll actually do with us over your shoulder to help you start moving your ideas and your programming forward. So thank you so much for thinking about using YouTube video for growing business. And thank you, Stephen Yoder, for such a great article and, you know, at least talking about the challenges and allowing us to provide a 5th step of training you how to wrap yourself around this and we'll rocket down the road, developing your mastery and using YouTube video to grow your business. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.